Hey, you, check this out. Hey, so I want to show you how I consume YouTube content at 20 times speed. Check this out. So there's a lot of awesome content here, information that I need to know, but there's no way that I can allocate, 2, 4, 10 hours each video to be able to consume it. So I don't do that. I simply click on the video, pause it, and I've got this little Chrome extension here that I can open up. And it's got a bunch of these buttons here. And I just click this YouTube TLDR button, and it knows how to find the transcript in this video, grabs that transcript and goes through it with a fine-tooth comb, extracting all of the relevant points that are being made in this video. So I can get this done in like 30 seconds to a minute, and then it takes me, a couple of minutes maybe to parse this. So in less than 5 minutes, I can consume in this case, 2.5 hour video, or a 5 hour video, or a 10 hour video. And that's a superpower to be able to do that. So whenever you are now, find yourself like, oh, should I spend time watching this or should I not? Don't worry about it. Just click the button, consume it right there in the next couple of minutes, and then you can move on to the next video and the next video and the next video. And so in an hour, you can consume an order of magnitude more videos than people that don't have a button like this. It's a superpower. Recently, I considered doing a 5-day water fast. And so in order to learn a bunch about it, I went to YouTube. And the first thing that I did here, instead of getting the TLDR of this, is click this little button called So What? And it basically analyzes the transcript of the video and doesn't give me a bunch of details about it, but simply considers it and says like, so what? So it's a structured medically supervised water fast can reset the metabolism. Okay, great. Provides positive biological reset. What this actually means. What might this change? What is now possible? What is different about this than other things? And so again, like this ability to understand the topic at a high level is extraordinarily valuable, simply with this little So What button. I can also click this other button called Cheat Sheet, and it takes whatever is being taught in a video and extracts it and creates a cheat sheet for me that I can then save and refer to whenever I'm going through this. This is extraordinarily valuable, the ability to, one, understand something, again, in like this so what does this mean, at a high level, then be able to drill down and get a cheat sheet of all of the things that, you need to think about, what's going to happen, kind of hour block by hour block to your body, yada, yada, yada. Just extraordinarily powerful to simply be able to click these buttons and get this kind of information. So whenever you're trying to learn something, create a cheat sheet. And this doesn't need to be just on YouTube. Whenever you're on any page on the internet, like this very long read here about the movie industry, you now have these power tools to be able to use in order to understand it. So you can click this button, and that goes through this with a fine-tooth comb and extracts all the relevant points out of this giant, dense, hard-to-grok, format. Okay, and so again, this takes just 30 seconds to a minute to do, and then you can consume this in a couple of minutes, and then you're done. By the way, you can also, once it's done, save it, copy it, save it, share it with other people, etc. But this is just a much faster way of being able to consume giant pieces of content. Also, I have a button called Relevant to Me, and so if I click that, it analyzes this piece of content from the perspective of me, CEO of MindStudio, you see? And it's basically asking the questions, is this relevant to me at all? Should I be spending any time trying to understand this? And this is extraordinarily valuable. Moviegoing Trends has limited direct relevance to MindStudio's AI development platform business. However, here's some broader media things. So I don't have to go and try to understand what's here. This thing, with the click of a button, again, this is relevant to me, can simply tell me whether this is something that I should spend any time on. Let's say you're interested in trading securities and you're trying to analyze some stock. You can use your own attention span and time, or you can simply click a little button that is going to give us a fundamental analysis of Tesla. And this is much easier to read, understand. It's enriched, and it helps me understand this asset much more deeply than staring at this. See, And again, I get quite a comprehensive fundamental analysis and advice for doing this with a click of a button. Extraordinarily powerful. We're constantly being asked to evaluate new ideas, new products, things. And so let's say I was looking for a new point of sale system and I came to Square. Well, I can push a little button called alternatives that helps me understand what are the alternatives to Square's point of sale system, like Clover, and what its strengths are. More robust hardware options with built-in customer-facing displays, stronger restaurant-specific features, better offline mode capabilities. And so it evaluates whatever we're looking at here and compares it to its competitors and gives me the strengths and weaknesses of these competitors to Square. Extraordinarily valuable. Let's say I was looking for a new job and wanted to apply for this job here. Well, I would need to write a custom cover letter, kind of point by point, explaining why I specifically am the best qualified for each of these things that they're looking at for here. And so instead of doing that manually, which would take me quite some time, I can simply push this button that already has my resume. It knows about the job description, and it can write a cover letter specifically from this job from my standpoint as currently CEO of MindStudio, point by point explaining why my qualifications are better than the hundreds or thousands of others that are going to apply for that job. And because this only took me the click of a button, I can apply for this job and this job and this job and this job and 100 other jobs in the time that it would have taken me to apply just for one job. That's a superpower. We're constantly trying to get in touch with other people. They might be sales prospects. They might be for us to build our network or build a relationship with someone. We need to be able to reach them. And that takes a lot of time and energy in order to be able to do. But I've got a simple button. So if I wanted to reach out to Brad, all I need to do is click this button, get in touch. And this grabs all of this information, enriches it to get his email address, creates a custom email, and then sends it to him and says, we'll send another in 3 days if the contact doesn't reply. The contact has also been added to our CRM automatically. And so I've got this Airtable with a bunch of contacts and their email addresses. And so this ability to be able to say, oh yeah, I'd like to speak with her as well, and be able to simply click this little button and forget it and just keep going through my day. That's incredible. And if she doesn't respond in 3 days, she's going to get another email that's different because it's being personalized by this AI agent. And again, this ability to be able to reach anyone you want with a click of a button, that's a superpower. And you can get all of these superpowers simply by going and installing the MindStudio Chrome Extension. Just search for MindStudio Chrome Extension, click on this, and add it to Chrome. And you'll get access to these agents and over 100 other agents that you can just use instantly. It's a game changer.